how's everyone? It's really good to see you here. I have to admit, I've been a part of this campaign for 9 years, and every year I feel as excited as the first time when we first kicked it off. I remember sitting really across the street. I'd gone to a meeting, and Mike DeBerardinis and I were talking about this new report that some young man from Penn had written about the need to have a real campaign to build community support and bring partners together to really make sure that everyone who was eligible for the earned income tax credit actually got it. And I said, I want to be a part of that. That makes sense. That's going to have a real impact. That's going to put money in the pockets of people in our communities. And so Mike DeBerardinis, who is now in charge of Parks and Recreation and I guess anything that has to do with space and land in the city of Philadelphia, was the first director of this wonderful program. And then he went on to work for Governor Rendell, and he turned the reins over to a wonderful woman who's here in the audience today, and that's Jean Hunt, who really raised the profile. And he not only put together a wonderful effort, and over the last 8 years, helped to really raise the profile and really to make the campaign not just about preparing taxes, but really about building wealth. And that's what we care about in the coalition. We really believe that in the end, we need to make sure that the resources that are available in our communities, as meager as sometimes they need to not be ripped off to make our communities that much poorer. We need to make sure that the earned income tax credit was there for people to be able to improve their economic lot, to put a down payment on a home, to buy a warm winter coat, to buy a savings bond for themselves and for their families, that money was going to be there for them. And that they didn't have to go to commercial tax preparers, many of them who were creating all kinds of schemes to actually take money away from people. Refund anticipation loans, rapid anticipation loans, get your money right away, maybe read the small print. All of those kinds of things were the things that we ultimately wanted to fight against. And we really wanted to make sure that people were taking control of their finances. So people like John Kelly, who's been running our fan clubs for a number of years and really leading the effort in the city around financial education, made sure that that was a part of the campaign too. It's not about just doing taxes, just taking a piece of a small person's life at that time. It's taking that point in time, the opportunity to do something special and wonderful. I mean, what would be better than giving people money? I can't imagine anything better than being legally, okay? Being able to give people money, but not just giving people money, giving people the tools they need to save and to budget and to get connected to other kinds of programs and services, to get their credit together, to find out, how to get a job, all that kind of stuff, all the other benefits that go with making a life work, okay, when you're at the margins, when every dollar and every penny seems to count. So, again, I am excited to be a part of this. I want to congratulate the third director of this wonderful effort, Khadijah Jones. Jean did a great job of not only leading the campaign herself, but what a great succession planner, Jean. Khadijah is fabulous. We're excited about her leadership, and we're here to support her in whatever she does. I want to just share one small story, and I was trying to think of what I wanted to talk about personally as to why this campaign means so much to me, and I was sort of struggling a little bit with it. And as God would have it, a good story always comes to you when you're paying attention. I was coming in the building downstairs, and a young lady, tall, beautiful, statuesque, was walking behind me, and she was like asking for in a quiet kind of voice, I'm looking for room 202, I think it is, upstairs. And I said, are you going to the campaign for working families? She said, yeah. So come on with me. I'll take you. So I said, well, why are you here? volunteer. We love volunteers. And I said, well, how did you get involved in this? And she said, well, and I said, have you been a volunteer before? She said, no, this is my first time. We love first time volunteers. And so she said, it's my first time. And so I said, well, how did you get involved in this? And she goes, well, you know, I told my professor I was coming here today. I go to community college. I'm an accounting major. And I found out from my teacher. Now, I had a feeling that I absolutely know who her teacher is. And she told me it was Barry Johnson, who happens to be my accountant. And I encouraged her to become a part of this campaign. I said, what a small world. So, Teresa, it's a pleasure meeting you. Welcome to the campaign. I know and that's what it's all about. Every year, we touch someone new, whether it's the wonderful story we heard here from Rashay about her mother thinking about her, whether it's Teresa's story and all the people she's going to touch, whether it's Jean Hunt's story, whether or not